3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? And now, Tim, I guess we should just turn it over to you.
Certainly, you can turn it over to me. It is time once again to know your bro. This time, it's not a slugfest, if you will, between two best friends. No. It's absolutely a slugfest between the two people who probably know each other the least in Matt and Mark. So as I'm getting the scoreboard set up.
So to recap, the first one was with Ryan and I. I think Ryan beat me 4-2.
Mop the floor with you.
So I think like the challenge that we laid out was, can Matt and Mark combined beat the total? Was it the combined score of both?
I feel like Matt threw up this challenge himself.
I did. I said that Mark and I would get more correct answers combined than you and Jim did. And actually, that challenge was laid down on the premise that Ryan would be the one to drag the team down. So it was actually Jim.
Shocking.
Yeah. I sucked at that one. That was not
the biggest upset of the year.
I'm an idiot.
If anyone just saw me freak out, that was because I thought a bug crawled into my flip flop.
Ew.
Oh yeah.
That was weird.
You know,
oh god!
I just saw it on the playback. That's the worst. I was because I fucked up my back again standing up yesterday. So I was like,
break it. You brought it up twice now.
Yeah, really.
He raked my back. Yeah, no, he didn't literally rake it.
What I think it is, I think I broke it.
I broke my back.
It was
spinal.
Thank you.
So I was like laying on the floor, just laying on a flat surface, and I was listening to music, and I thought I felt something crawl in my ear under my headphones, and I freaked out. It was just one of those moments. But Tim, I turn it back to you.
Yeah. So Know Your Bro is played much like the classic Newlywed Game, where I've asked Matt and Mark the exact same 10 questions. And they are going to try to guess what their bro said about the answer. So, for an example, if I were to ask them, what is your favorite eating establishment that has service from BJJ? They would say Night and Day.
Night and Day Diner.
That's right.
Absolutely. Beautiful Night and Day Diner.
And that, my friends, is Know Your Bro. So
the scenery is as good as the food.
Yes, sir. So
you got that right.
We will alternate between Matt and Mark in answering the questions. Whoever has the most points at the end of 10 questions wins the whole game, and bragging rights as to who knows each other best. Matt, we will start with you. Question number 1. Who did Mark say was his least favorite wrestler of all time?
I honestly had no clue. This was the one that kind of threw me the most, just because Mark seems to have random favorite wrestlers in general. So I went with what I did recall Mark at one time saying he didn't understand the point of the gimmick. So I went with the gobbledygooker.
Mark, is that the correct answer?
My least favorite. No, I'm sorry. That is incorrect. Not My least favorite. Does anybody else want to take a guess?
Cowboy Bob Orton.
Oh, you're close.
Bastion Booger.
No, that's a good one too. That's good. My least favorite goes way back to a live event I was at when Sheamus got a title shot against John Cena. I do not like Sheamus. I haven't liked him since that day.
Wow.
I
would
know that.
Yeah, wouldn't have guessed that in a million years.
So, Mark, same question to you. Who is Matt's least favorite wrestler of all time?
Well, I think this one's pretty easy. And just for this game, I've been creeping on Matt's Instagram just the last few days, just so I think I know Matt pretty well. So I'm confident in this answer. Cue it up, Jim. It's Shane McMahon.
Matt, is the correct answer Shane McMahon?
The correct answer is not Shane McMahon.
Oh.
Mainly because I don't consider Shane McMahon a wrestler.
Ouch.
That's
The actual answer is Sheamus.
Wow.
we both hate Sheamus.
Okay.
Jeez.
It's tied 0-0. We're starting with Mark. Mark, or actually we started with Mark. We're going to Matt. Matt, well, what would you actually hold on? Who do we start with?
You started with Matt. You started with Matt.
Going to Mark. Mark, what did Matt say was his favorite wrestling moment of all time?
Favorite wrestling moment. I'm pretty sure I know who Matt's favorite wrestler. I think we talked about this a while ago on one of the podcasts here. I'm reasonably certain his favorite wrestler, which would lead to the favorite moment, would be Eddie Guerrero. And if I remember, one of the podcasts we did, it was a WrestleMania 20, I think it was, with Eddie Guerrero. That was his favorite moment, if I remember correctly.
Matt, is that right?
The moment is correct. My favorite wrestling moment is Eddie Guerrero at WrestleMania 20. Not my favorite wrestler. That's Shawn Michaels still, but Shawn Michaels seems to always lose at WrestleMania, so that's my favorite.
Except in WrestleMania 12. God damn it.
Matt, same question for you. What's Mark's favorite wrestling moment of all time?
So I know enough about Mark that I think Mark's like the wrestling historian of the group. And I think that his favorite moment would be one that's huge in history. So it'd have to be Andre getting body slammed by Hogan.
Mark, is that correct?
That is correct. I think I mentioned that a few times on the show. That's absolutely right.
All right, it's tied 1-1.
Mark, a little intern when I saw that happen. I was hooked ever since.
Tied up 1-1. Question number 3, back to Matt. Matt, if Mark could be stranded anywhere in the world for 24 hours, where would he choose?
This was the one I felt so confident about. Start of the show. It would be Hershey Park.
Mark, is that correct?
That is correct. Absolutely. I wouldn't want to leave. I'd be there for 48 hours if I could.
Man.
Absolutely.
Mark, same question to you. If Matt could be stranded anywhere in the world for 24 hours, where would he choose?
See, this goes back to some creeping and just posting stuff I see. I know Matt is a big movie fan, especially Disney movies. So I'm thinking, I don't know if it's, I'm just going to say Disney in general. I don't know if it'd be a Disney World. I don't know if you prefer Florida or California, but something Disney related. So I'll say Disney.
If you had to pick between the two, Disneyland or Disney World, which would you choose?
I'll go with World.
Matt, is it Disney World?
It's Disney World. That's correct.
Oh, shoot.
Jeez, look at that.
That's pretty good.
It's 2-2 through question 3. Moving on to question 5.
So both of us already tied Jim's total.
Yep. Yes, that's correct.
Started.
That is correct.
Mark, what did Matt say was his spirit animal?
Sasha Banks.
I've been once again creeping on the IG, and I know the only animal I could possibly think of, because I know Matt's a dog lover because he's got two beautiful dogs. I don't ever remember him talking about any other kind of animal, so I'm gonna just have to go with I'm gonna say a dog, and that's a complete guess.
Matt, is it a dog?
That's correct. I'm like a big animal guy in general, so I own dogs, so I like them.
Matt likes dogs now. It's exciting.
Matt, same question to you. What is Mark's spirit animal?
This was one of the other ones I was dead certain on going in, just because he posted about it all the time on his Facebook when Hershey's Zoo America got rid of the Swift Fox. So I feel like the Swift Fox could be my favorite animal.
Mark, is that right?
That is correct.
Fucking believable.
It's the Hershey's Zoo America. Even though he said he was my spirit animal, his name was Chuck. Then they shipped him off to a zoo in Brandywine, Delaware, and I drove to Brandywine, Delaware one morning to see him, and he was sleeping.
Oh,
Do you write him? Apparently, you know his address. Like, do you have conjugal visits with Chuck?
Not yet, but I'd like to. He's
No!
down there.
Calm down, Chase.
But,
3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?
Let's change it right quick. Hey, before you say anything else.
Yeah. Next
Like
question.
talking
Next
about how
question.
you're stealing television.
Next question.
Question 5. Matt, if Mark could, where could Mark spend an entire paycheck?
This one was also tough for me because all the stores that Mark talks about are like no longer in existence, like Kmart, KB Toys. So I will say Mark can spend his paycheck at Roots.
Mark, is that correct?
I'm trying to remember what I told you to. I think I did say Roots.
No, you said the Tatted Toy Guys.
Oh, that's right. You never get that. Very
What the hell
local.
is that?
I was trying to remember what I said because I didn't know if Roots would be.
Is that new? Is that that new toy store in E-Town I've seen you post about?
Yeah, actually, I'll give them a quick plug because they're really nice guys. Right here in beautiful Elizabethtown, they have a lot of vintage toys and a few new, but mostly vintage. They're super nice guys. They're on Facebook, Tatted Toy Guys. Seriously, check them out if you're looking for any kind of 80s toys or 90s toys. They've got them there. Super nice guys. They just opened a candy shop here in good old Elizabethtown too. But that's exactly what it was. I remember now that when you said that, I went in there last time, and I think I even told them I could spend my whole paycheck in here, so I had to leave.
Talk, you didn't get that one, Matt.
Yeah.
Mark,
I threw a curveball. I'm sorry.
What kind of friend
Mark,
are you?
where could Matt spend his entire paycheck?
This one, now I thought about this once again because I know Matt's a big fan of alcohol, so of beer. So I think you probably blow your paycheck at an establishment with alcohol or beer sales. So not necessarily a state store, but I guess a beer store. At the beer store.
Matt, is that right?
I did say beer distributor.
He did.
My craft.
He did.
Store distributor. I don't drink.
Yeah, I was gonna
So-
say you wouldn't know necessarily the correct terminologies.
Just so you know,
Yeah, we
They're
know. I'm
half-
keeping
We're-
tally.
we're
They're
where?
halfway done,
We're where?
and they're at 7.
Yep.
Yep, they beat us.
Yeah. They
Kevin.
beat us. They've.
Mark,
You have a sound clip of 7, Jim.
I don't. I do not. I do not have a sound clip of 7.
you can get one from the Little Rascals movie
Okay.
where they're trying to read off their bank account number.
What's in the box?
Question 6, Mark.
It's a
Who
7
did
one.
who did Matt say he would want him to play him in a movie?
Let's see. It's got to be Dwayne Johnson. I see the resemblance.
Matt,
Well, thank you, but no, I did not pick Dwayne Johnson.
It was not
I
Dwayne
chose-
Johnson.
Chose Adam Scott from Parks and Rec.
I can see that.
I would have said Antonio Banderas.
Antonio
You gotta do
Banderas.
the sign.
Antonio. Mark or Matt, same question to you. Who did Mark say he would want to play him in a movie?
So my guess is just solely based on my knowledge that Mark loves ET. So I'm going to say Peter Coyote from ET.
I should have said that.
Is incorrect. Mark said Tom Hanks.
All right.
Tom
Okay.
Hanks.
I was actually also thinking Richard Karn because of the beard.
I can absolutely see Richard Karn.
Sure.
That's probably more
I don't think
close
so, Tim.
Yeah.
Question 7. Matt, what is Mark's favorite TV show?
90 Day Fiance.
There's no doubt about it. Ring that bell.
Yep.
Jeez.
That's simple.
Mark, what is Matt's favorite TV show? And he has said it on the podcast within the last month.
I know Matt's talked about several television shows. I'm going to say The Office.
If we were playing with his wife, that would be the answer. But he said Nip Tuck.
Nip Tuck.
Nip Tuck.
Wow.
On to question number 8. Mark, what is Matt's favorite non-alcoholic beverage?
It's, I think it's, we've been to the diners. I think you're drinking tea tonight, just iced tea.
Matt?
I'm drinking iced tea every night.
Iced tea
That's right.
or lemonade. It's iced tea. Read the sign.
Matt, same question to you. What is Mark's favorite non-alcoholic drink?
I feel good about this one too because he posts pictures of it all the time on his Facebook and Instagram. I'm going to say Mark is a milkshake fan.
Mark, is that the right answer?
My favorite non-alcohol. You know what? I said unsweetened iced tea because the milkshakes get a little expensive. But looking at it now, I probably should have said milkshake.
Well, you can't change it. The answers were hermetically sealed and sent to the firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
That was my bad, Matt. I dropped the ball.
I would have went with
Would be
unsweetened
better.
tea. We've been to the diner and Haas's enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like you always.
I should have known that. That's
Milkshakes
my-
are legit, though. That's a really good answer.
Oh,
Hey, we're up
that's
to
fantastic. Answer.
We're up to 9 total points, 5-4 in favor of Mark. Going into question 9, Matt, Mark's at the movies. What's his go-to snack?
Oh, well, I know Mark is a Hershey's fan, and I'm still just basing this off of the ET love. I'm going with the Reese's Pieces.
Mark?
You got it. I said Reese's Pieces.
Fucking.
I knew he wasn't eating whatchamacallits at the movies, so I had to go
No,
with something that was bite-sized.
Yeah, you can get Reese's Pieces in the box at the movie theater, so I had to go with that. But I do like them a lot.
Mark, same question to you. Matt's at the movies. What's his go-to snack?
I think this is something else we talked about. I know Matt's a huge movie guy, and I'm pretty sure this came up. It was just regular popcorn, I think you would say, because that's a staple of going to the movies.
Yeah, I'm savory over sweet every day. Give me popcorn.
Jeez.
That's right.
Popcorn.
It is 6-5.
I love it. I know, Matt.
11 total points going into the final question. Matt, what is the first thing that Mark would buy if he won the lottery?
So initially, I thought that Mark would buy Miriam's Pies so he could rename it. Then I thought, why stop there? And let's just have Mark buy Roots.
Mark, is he right?
I recently posted about that. I think it was last week.
Unreal.
That when they had the Mega Millions, it was over $1 billion. That the first thing I was going to do is buy Roots Market. So Matt's absolutely right.
Where's the ding?
I already dinged.
There it is. I hear the ding now. Last question for Mark. It's tied 6-6. This could do it and win. Matt just hit the big lotto bucks. What's he buying first?
The heck would Matt buy? Let's see. It's probably an elusive pop out there that he would buy.
Is it an elusive
Yes.
pop, Matt?
Good guess, but I need a car right now more than anything. So a new car. Is what I that money on.
So, for the folks at home that don't know,
Tap the count.
it's 6-6. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? They both win. Know your bro.
Welcome to the winner's side, guys.
I'll accept the tie in that sense. I think that the overall goal was accomplished here.
I was going to say the real competition was beating Ryan and my score, which you guys.
How long have you
Stomp.
guys known each other for real now? Like it's been less than 5 years?
Yeah,
No, I think it was more.
I mean-
I think it was more than that. That was more than 5.
probably a little after when 3 Count started. So
So we're coming up on
Yeah.
7 years for the show. So
Okay.
I bet it's been 6 to
Yeah.
maybe 6 to 7 years,
6-ish.
6-ish, because we've been to wrestling events and wedding receptions and diners. And, yeah, we've been.
We're both at Adam and Caitlin's wedding.
It's at least been 3 Christmases now.
Yeah.
So 2015-ish, 20, yeah. And Jim, we've known each other since middle school,
yeah, that sounds about
right? Is that 2000 maybe?
98
Just don't pay
ish.
attention.
I'll
19
ask this. Of the questions I just asked them, how confident do you guys think you would be
None.
if you took off?
After 2 weeks ago, not. I'm not.
All right. Just wanted to make sure I didn't want there to be
Give us
any
one
foul
of the
play.
new ones. Just give us
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Okay, one of the new ones. If you guys could be stranded anywhere for 24 hours,
Jim would be wanted at his house.
No, I would not be at my house.
Okay, see, I was wrong.
Ryan would be at the beach.
That's fair. Where would you be?
I would say the beach
Oh,
if I
okay.
could be
didn't know
stranded
that.
somewhere for 24 hours. I mean, right now, yeah, my house.
Oh, that's fair.
But
Recency
but
bias.
when we're not in a global pandemic, I would not pick my house.
You tan really well, Jim.
a Pobble Glamdemic.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Well, we're shit people, and
I'm the worst. I'm literally
Oh,
the
that's-
worst person of the group. I have proven. Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?